Welcome to the Social Bee Podcast with your host, Louise Brogan. Every week, Louise will be bringing you a podcast all about women entrepreneurs, talking about their challenges, their goals, and inspiring you to either start your own business or grow the business you have. Visit www.socialbeeni.com to join our community and pick up some lovely freebies to start marketing your business online today.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Social Bee Podcast. Today I have an on-air coaching call treat for you all, and I'm really excited about it because apart from anything, if you go and look at Shelley Shulman, and if you look at Shelley's website with her cakes on it, you will all be in raptures. So first of all, if I just say who we got on. So it's Shelley Shulman and her business is La Belle Cake Company. And Shelley's coming on to talk about how to grow her email list. So welcome, Shelley, to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
And your cakes are stunning.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I have a 12-year-old who's a very keen baker, and we watched Bake Off together, and she's hosting a coffee morning for Macmillan Cancer this Saturday and doing all the baking herself. So she was really excited about your cakes too.
Brilliant.
And she wanted to know, could we get samples?
I'm sure we can arrange that. Take my post.
So, Shelley, first of all, if you wanted to really just introduce yourself and your business, how you got started and what your main products are, that would be wonderful.
No problem. So I'm Shelley and I run at the Belle Cake Company, and we create luxury wedding cakes and celebration cakes, and we focus mainly on clients who are looking for quality. They're more quality focused rather than being price focused.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of fell into it, to be honest. As a child, my nan always used to make the most amazing wedding cakes and birthday cakes. So I used to go to hers every Saturday and see her doing it.
Mm-hmm.
My mum always made our birthday cake. So when I had my two children, it was kind of, I had to make their cakes. Otherwise, I think I'd have been shot if I didn't at least try. So I gave it a go, and I was just luckily naturally good at it. So then my children went to playgroup, and of course, once the kids come to their parties, Mum started saying, "Oh, could you make one for me?" And it literally grew from there. So, I mean, my daughter was born in 2000. So in 2006, that was when I started going, I want to start a business.
Yeah.
And it literally I was really lucky that it was able to grow around the kids. So I started at home, first of all, worked when she was at school. So I was blessed that it was able to do that. And then in 2012, it literally outgrew the house.
Wow.
Both mentally and physically. It was just a complete strain. And I have bipolar, so the constant having it there all the time really affected me. So in 2012, we moved into a studio, which really helped us to up our game. And then we rebranded a couple of years ago, because we used to be Cakes by Shelley. We rebranded to La Belle, and it's literally just flown since we've done that. And we're moving into a new studio this weekend.
Now, so I find that really fascinating. So my background, before I started my business, Social Bee, I had a craft shop. And in my craft shop, there was a lady who locally did amazing cakes. And how her and I became friendly was I went along to one of her cupcake decorating classes and loved it. And then I said to her, would you do this in my shop? Because I had like a little workroom in the shop. So she came along and did classes, and she did like basically the very basics, how to ice a cake, how to create toppings for your cakes and stuff. But her business folded because she was doing it in the house with the kids, and it was hectic. It was really hectic. So I love that you took the step to move it outside of the house. And that was probably quite a big investment for you, Shelley.
It was a really, really big decision. And I did have, so not long before it happened, I did have a mental breakdown because it had all just got too much.
Yeah.
But I knew that I didn't want to let the cake side go, because for the cakes, I was Michelle, I was Shelley. I wasn't somebody's mum. I wasn't somebody's wife.
Yes.
It was something that I had that was actually mine. So I knew I didn't want to let it go. So we made it work. A studio came up, and it was just like, actually, yes, it's a big leap. And it was really, really hard on, because I didn't really go into it, even though I have like A-levels in business. I didn't really put a lot of business thought into it when I did it. It was more of a go with my gut kind of. I'm glad that I did.
Yes.
And, I have come out the other side, which is good. And it would have been easy to quit after the first couple of years. But I think you just have to work at it and invest in yourself, and sometimes have somebody else to come in and say, actually, this isn't working, but you can change this bit and it will make it a bit better. And don't be afraid to ask for that. I think so many people are ashamed to say it's not working.
Yeah.
That it just folds, and actually it's probably a tiny little tweak, something so silly, changes everything.
Oh, I'm so glad you're saying that for the people who are listening, because it is so true. And so did you invest in a coach or something, or what did you do?
I did. So I was really lucky that actually I got given a grant by a local university. I just got a random phone call, and I was able to have a business mentor for 8 weeks. And he was really, really good. And they brought along some stylist person who just came and tore my shop to absolute ribbons and was like, you can't have this here and you can't have this here, and this is who you want to appeal to and all of this. So that was really interesting. And that was when we first looked at rebranding. Because at that point, my husband had been made redundant as well. So he was working with me. Oh, okay. And people were actually phoning us up, kind of like just saying, oh, is Shelley there? Is Shelley there? And he was like, no, but I can help. And they wouldn't speak to him. They only wanted to speak to me. And it was with questions that he could have answered. Yeah. It was just like, what time are you delivering the cake on Saturday, or anything like that. There were questions that he was completely able to answer. So that's why we took the decision to rebrand. And
that's so fascinating, because your name was the business initially.
Yeah. So I actually took my name out of the business. Which is, it's a weird decision. Some people really do believe that your name should be the business, whereas I was like, actually, no, I think I wanted to take that step back. Yeah. As such, because it was, again, for my mental health, it was just there was just a constant demand. Yes. So we rebranded, and then last year I invested in a business coach. I went to a business exhibition that I'd never been to before. I'd never done anything like that. And I was a bit like, I don't know why I'm going, because I'm not sure what I'm going to learn, because I've been in business for 10 years. It was there that I learned all about Ideal Client. It was there that I initially met my coach. And after that, so even though we'd rebranded and changed the company name, once I'd met her and had that investment with her, literally everything turned around. Once I'd identified my ideal client, my target audience, whatever you want to call it. Yes. I adjusted my branding to make sure that everything met and was on point. And that was when we started filtering out, the lower end customers. But then we actually started getting the clients that we actually wanted to get. So it was really, really good. Really good. That is brilliant. That's such a great testimonial for investing in a coach. Oh my goodness. It was. I would advise anybody to invest in a business coach, because I think you need to have a fresh pair of eyes on your business. Yeah. As business owners. And I think sometimes, especially as women, I don't like to be sexist, but I do think sometimes as women, we get really, really, really attached to it. Yeah. So we need to be really, really, open to somebody coming in and going, do you know what, if you can just make a little tweak here or there. Yeah, that's why I love doing that in my business. So just before we came on the podcast, I just had my monthly group coaching call with my membership. And it is exactly that. It's just little suggestions I can make to those members that really make a big difference to their business. That's what I love about this business and this job. So let's look at your question for me today, Shelley. Yes. So it's how to grow my email mailing list. Yes. Now, at the very start, you said that your cakes are weddings and celebrations. Yes. Okay. Is it because when I was thinking about this, so if it was weddings, your client lifespan would be shorter, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, but they are quite good, because actually once we've done the wedding,
Yeah.
That's when we then get the first anniversary, we get the baby showers, we get the first birthday cakes.
Ah.
So we try and develop a real relationship with all of our couples.
Yes.
To, continue afterwards. And quite a lot of people do come back and say, and it's lovely, you made our wedding cake 4 years ago and now we've had a baby and we're having christenings and all of that. So it's really lovely that, they come back to us anyway.
So it's almost like the wedding cake might be the initial investment, and then they see how good it is that they come back for more.
It's mum's 70th birthday.
Yes.
So a lot of the time with wedding cakes, that's the first purchase, and then after that, everything just comes on.
Brilliant. So are those people on your email list at the minute?
Some are.
Your existing clients?
My existing clients are. Which is great. And then I email them newsletters every so often with what I'm doing. So they'll get an email to say that I'm moving studio and everything, just to keep them in the loop.
Yeah.
It's really getting the new ones on and the new brides.
Yes. So
that's where I'm struggling to grow them. Because once they've come in and they've ordered, it's great. They know me. Yes. And they don't mind receiving emails from me. But I find brides are particularly a tricky audience because they don't want a load of spam.
No, they don't. So at the minute, to get people onto your email list, what gets them onto your email list at the moment?
So at the moment, I have an opt-in, which is how to get the perfect wedding cake.
Okay.
Which is just little tips, kind of information on what sizes they will need. So all the questions that brides have about, also brides and grooms have about cakes, that they don't really know because they've never ordered a cake before.
No.
So they don't know how big a wedding cake is going to have to be. They don't know if they can have a different flavour for every tier. So all of this, I've put together a little guide for that. And I do try and promote that on social media. I promote it on my Instagram and my Facebook. And if we are at wedding shows, I do have a landing page on my iPad, which I try and get people to sign up to.
I was thinking that I wonder would something less, I know that what your product is the cake, but to attract brides, could your opt-in be something that is actually a little bit less specific?
Maybe.
So, could it be almost like a planner on something they could print out for planning everything that they need to organise for their wedding?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that could work.
So what mail service provider do you use?
I use MailerLite at the minute.
Okay, and now I haven't used MailerLite. Can you do sequences in that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's a bit like ActiveCampaign, but it's I think it's just free at the moment and you just get a couple of bits less.
Yeah, I think quite a lot of bloggers use MailerLite.
Yeah. So I can do like sales funnels and automated sequences and all of that.
Yeah.
And then I move them into another list once they're done.
Okay, so for people who are listening who have no idea what we've just talked about, when you are growing an email list for your business, so really every person who is marketing their business online, the goal is to get people from your social media and from your website onto your email list so that when you're emailing out regularly to those people and you're in their inbox, they're much more likely to click on your email and open it than they are to come across your post on your social media account. And that's where you have really a nurturing sequence to get people to get to know you and to like you and trust you, that a percentage of those people will become paying clients.
Yeah.
So what we really want to do is offer somebody something that will get them onto your email list. So if, say, for example, I was planning on getting married next year and I saw something that said downloadable wedding planner, something rather like that. And it was all beautifully formatted and everything and just looked really pretty. And I printed it off and stuck it up on my wall. And it had your logo at the bottom of it. Then you could run people through like a series of emails that would lead up to, have you
thought about your cake?
Yeah, have you, and just also, but also, like trend, like, I don't know, because you'd have different wedding trends at different times of the year, wouldn't you, as well?
Yeah.
So I suppose what I'm saying is getting them engaged with you, not just about cakes, but as weddings as a whole. And then once they've got married, then they're moving on to different, as you say, different areas. But I think, I just remember, like got married in 2005.